I just wanted to talk in a little bit more detail about setting up skills and how you actually might categorize them. There is a trap in terms of how skills are sometimes set up in the system. And we've seen some customers set skills up relative to teams. And so they categorize the skills for a team. And when you're using the platform in a limited way and focus very much on one team, that can sort of work okay. But then when you start to use the platform across multiple teams and more widely within an organization, it actually makes things a little bit more difficult, and I'll explain why. So here we can see an optimal type of setup where I've got developer skills and I've broken them down into further categories under that, languages and tools. Let's say though that I had a new category, and let's call that, I'll put it at the highest level, New York Development Team. And then you'll see that down the bottom now. And now I'm going to make another one, again at the highest level, and I'll call it Denver Development Team. And so this is a type of configuration that some customers start with, and we strongly urge you to try to avoid this. And I'll explain why now. So we've got these two categories which I've set up theoretically to link to the skills that I want to hold for those teams. So let's say that within the Denver development team, I had skills. And you'll see that the system's actually reminding me that there is a skill already with that name. We actually encourage you against doing this. And so whilst you can override that, we recommend you don't do that. And it's very much about how you report within the system. And so if we ended up having categories that were associated with teams, we'd end up with potential duplicates of skills. And that makes it hard for us to actually then report and get the great value and insight that we can get out of Skillspace. And so it's one of those areas where we try to encourage you and try to actually steer you away from that in the software, and have a more generic type of structure for your skills, and then manage that via the teams area, because it's within the teams area that you could actually have a Denver development team and a New York development team, and then choose the skills that you want to have against each of those teams. And those skills might be different, but those that are the same, you can then report on. And that will be hugely valuable when you get to a point of scale and the insights that's going to give you and that you can form